Good morning, guys, and welcome back to T2SNC Trader. I hope everyone is good. Please let me know if you can hear me. Hey, RSBE4XY. Brother, what is your name, RS? Good morning, brother, and thanks for the penguin. Hey, Anas, first. Thank you, brother, for being here. Hey, Bin, good morning, sir. Ajay, good morning. Anas, good day. Thank you so much, man. Loud and clear. Thank you, RS, for confirming that you can hear me loud and clear. I really don't want to read any more comment right now. I would love to go to the price section because I have done something wrong yesterday around the PM session when I was doing the daily recap. I find out that what I have done over there. If you have any confusion, you can recheck my yesterday's live pre-market analysis, and you will see that I have done that mistake. Okay, so there is no lying. However, this is the daily candle. To be honest, I don't have anything to say from the daily chart. It's extremely bullish. So market is bullish, something like that. So I will not come here. Instead of that, I'll go to the 50-minute chart at first. Then I'll go back to other price action. This is the price action from yesterday. If you guys remember, I was interested to see this market to fall, keep falling until this liquidity over here, that liquidity, or maybe it will come for this liquidity and it will come to this new day opening gap. More importantly, I was interested to see this market will go until the opening gap 50%. I mean the 9:30 opening gap, regular trading hour opening gap 50%. I was interested to see yesterday that market will do that. Why I was thinking about that, I will first explain that things. This standard deviation, when I marked this standard deviation, is there anyone new actually? Loud and clear, thank you. Hey, trading in the zone. Good morning, brother. Jamil Bondia, muito bem, obrigado, senhor. Tudo bem? Good morning, Suzivan. Thanks for being over here, sir. Please make sure that if anyone's saying hi, hello, please reply them, okay? Suzivan and Jamil and all of you, okay? Please reply them. In the meantime, I need to finish these things. Why I was bearish yesterday, what I should do yesterday, okay? Now I know that this is hindsight, but I have told around the PM session where the market will go. Go back, check my PM session, and I clearly told that how far this market will go over there. But I find out that when I was going to go through the daily recap. This is that standard deviation I was looking for. When the market has broken the standard deviation from here to here, I came back this area. Yesterday, when I started the pre-market analysis, I told that this market exactly over here has been rejected from minus 2.5 standard deviation. So last time when I opened my chart, I saw that this market is rejecting from minus 2.5 standard deviation. I told that clearly, recheck if you have any confusion. I also told that one candle has closed above minus 2.5 standard deviation. The very next candle closed below the minus 2.5 standard deviation. There is nothing wrong with that if it is working with minus 2.5 standard deviation. Now, the problem was on my right hand side around the PM session, when I recheck this thing, I saw it was not happening from minus 2.5 because you see this minus 2.5, it's over here. So it's already been broken over here. After the minus 2.5 standard deviation is broken, I don't need to look for this body to body anymore. I have to go week to week. As I was seeing this as a minus 2.5 standard deviation, I was extremely bearish. That was the only reason for thinking about the bearishness, because market should fall if it is rejecting from minus 2.5. As the minus 2.5 standard deviation is broken, I have to go week to week. And for week to week, the most important level minus 1, minus 2, and finally minus 3 standard deviation. This is the last level where the market should go over there. Okay. So actually, let me recheck. Yeah, it is actually working from there to there. However, let me actually go to the micro E-mini because we are trading the micro E-mini, right? So I think it will be easier for all of us to think about the micro E-mini because we are trading through that. So here to here, minus 1 standard deviation, minus 2 standard deviation, minus 3 standard deviation. This is the 3 standard deviation which is important from week to week. If I go body to body, highest body to highest lowest body, the important level is minus 1.5, minus 2.5 for reversal. Okay, not for reaction, for reversal. Market reversed from there. If I go from week to week, first time market broke that minus 2.5 standard deviation. This body to body is not important anymore. You have to go week to week as long as minus 3 standard deviation is not broken. So this is the last line for the market for the reversal. So around the PM session, when I saw this, uh, actually it didn't trade minus 3 standard deviation. I told that it has to trade minus 3 standard deviation before even for the reversal. So the thing I'm going to say right now, it should be it should be today, not yesterday. Yesterday, I should keep looking for the buying opportunity. I have to look for the buy because the market, one more time, okay? Because the market has broken minus minus 3 standard deviation, more importantly, minus 2.5 standard deviation. It's broken before the market open. I should go week to week, and the whole day I have to look for buy as long as this market is not going until minus 3 standard deviation over here. I should keep looking for the buy. So that was the mistake yesterday I have done. Later I have noticed that it was not rejecting from minus 2.5. Instead of that, it was rejecting after breaking minus 3 standard deviation. If I didn't mistake, I would be extremely bullish yesterday. Like today, I'm bearish. Even if there is 0% possibility in my opinion, market will go higher without clearing some liquidity, like 0% possibility. As you can see here, this line is respecting so beautifully. It could broke, okay, it could be broken, like one or two candle can close above this line. There is nothing wrong with that. It should be like uh fake breakout or something like that. It can do that because this is the last line, and as you can see, this is the last time where the market has done low, high, lower low. After this, it never happened. Just keep watching. Just keep watching. It never happened. Never happened. Like lower low. There is no other way to look for the lower low. If I saw there is another lower low from 15-minute chart, according to the analysis, and that lower low is important to me, then I would move my standard deviation from there to the next level because the minus 3 standard deviation is broken. Okay, if it is broken, I mean it's not broken, but if it was broken, the body has closed above this line. In that type of scenario, I would look for the next standard deviation. As I don't have that opportunity, I have to stay with this area as long as this market is not going to build another this type of scenario like low, high, lower low with the previous price action. This should be you will go for a random lower low. No, it's not gonna be valid. Like here, low, high, lower low. Is that important to me? Absolutely not. There should be some logic to look for that, and of course, you will have to look for the breaker block. And in this type of scenario, I believe that this breaker block also worked so beautifully. Yeah, you can see here. First time it closed so beautifully, it has been rejected from that breaker block. If you look for that breaker block, that came from the previous price action, highest up close body close candle, extend it to your right. First time it has closed and then it has started to reject from this breaker block here same thing, okay? So that leg should be from the breaker block. You can't simply or randomly pick the things over there. I have already explained a lot of times the breaker block, so I don't want to go over there. However, this was the mistake yesterday. I was interested to see the bearish run because I mistakenly have seen that market was rejecting from minus 2.5 standard deviation, but actually it has broken the minus 2.5. So I had to go for week to week, and you can see how beautifully it is rejecting from this line. Today, I'm extremely bearish as long as this is not going to take some sort of liquidity. For me, I have some liquidity here, even though I have some liquidity around that area. I'm just not interested to see it will take this liquidity and then stop over there. I want to see this market to come over here around this gap, at least to this gap. If it can come here, that is the best case of scenario. However, I would love to go to the regular trading hour. Here, this opening gap, which is from yesterday, I want to keep that opening gap because I believe today the opening gap is important. Guys, please don't get confused. Okay, yesterday I did the mistake and I'm showing you what was my mistake. If you have still some confusion, let me know. I will explain that one more time. But today, I want to see this market to fall at least until the 50% of this opening gap from yesterday. If it is overzealous, it will come to this opening gap 50%. If it is more overzealous, then it will come here. Where was that? I think there's no. So yeah, like this one and this one. I will just watch these two. Maybe there is some small gap. It can come also for this opening gap 50%. Right now, I'm not thinking about that. All I'm thinking, can the market fall at least until the 50%? If it can break this opening gap, then I'll look for this opening gap 50% as my target for today. This is my opinion for today. Yesterday, what mistake I have done, I've already told you that. If you have any confusion, please let me know that, because I wanna go. I wanna go move on from here, from my mistake, what I have done yesterday, why I was bearish yesterday. Like here, this is so precise. Yesterday, it was my mistake. I think it was there was something marked on my chart. That's why I didn't notice that it was not minus 2.5. Instead of that, it was minus 3 actually. Hey, Sharoda. Estube. Obrigado. Nada, nada. Jamil, nada. Hey, Tamimi. Good morning. Kindly take a moment to smash the like button. Oh, guys, please don't forget to push the like button. Okay. Just push the like button. Subscribe to our channel if any of you are new. NFP tomorrow. This can play out tomorrow. Today's market, most probably it's gonna be like, consolidation market. Like if you watch the market for last few days, okay, from the Asia session, okay. So this is the Asia session. How beautifully it moved over there. Session, okay, moved so beautifully, like so volatile over there. Even this thing. Look at today's Asia session. It's just consolidating. Look at the candles over here. See, consolidating. Why? Tomorrow is NFP. For the NFP week, non-farm payroll week, the best time to trade until Wednesday morning session. Now ICT told not to trade the whole week. The whole week, NFP week, don't trade it. If you would love to trade, you should trade until Tuesday. Don't trade Wednesday and Thursday. I went a further more, and I wanted to trade until Wednesday morning session. So until Wednesday 11:30 morning, around the 11:30 a.m. New York local time, Wednesday should be the last line for taking any trade. The next trade should be from Friday 8:30. So until Friday 8:30, there should not be any pushing button. It is something like very important. Most of the time, Thursday is the disaster day. Okay, yesterday was like not disaster. Like around the PM session, it was so beautiful. But today, the morning session, PM session can be disaster because we have NFP tomorrow. However, as tomorrow is NFP, I really don't want to see it. It will come over here because I forgot about the NFP. Thank you, Vin, for reminding me that tomorrow is NFP. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a consolidation day. Maybe this liquidity can be taken by today. I'm just only interested to see a range bound market today. Okay, not interested to see some sort of beautiful run over here. Just don't. I don't want to see that. Okay, to be honest, I don't want to see that. This is that line minus 3 standard deviation. This is called the perfection. How beautifully it is rejecting from that line, which is from this leg to this leg, and minus 3 standard deviation. Last line for the market to go higher. Good morning, Greg. Susan, brother, only in MNQ, the third standard deviation is not broken, but NQ it has. Yeah, as I told you, I told you that, like here, minus this is the last standard deviation. I can mark from here to here. This is the last time. It can be breezed, like couple of times it can be breezed, but I have no other way to look for the next standard deviation. So I have to believe this standard deviation, and I have to wait for this market to take some liquidity, some sort of liquidity needs to be broken before this market to fall. Sorry, before the market to go higher again, because I have no other way to mark another standard deviation. As this is the last time it has given me the opportunity to look for the standard deviation from 15-minute chart. Let me see from hourly chart. Yeah, it's still like from the hourly chart also, I don't have anything over here. So yeah, nothing. Like, yeah, this is the last opportunity for me to look for the standard deviations. I have to believe this standard deviation. I have to believe this line over here, and I have to think that this line is going to be respected and market is going to fall. Take some liquidity, trade some bullish gap, or maybe this bullish gap, or maybe it will come to this week 50%. Some liquidity will be taken now, and then the market will go higher. You see, from this standard deviation, after this manipulation, after here, when the manipulation happened over here, after that, this market never take a swing low. Never ever. It has taken a swing low. Just keep watching. Never ever take a swing low. And finally, market came to this standard deviation. Last line, it should fall and take some sort of swing low. Maybe this low, maybe that low, maybe this low. I don't know. But some sort of liquidity needs to be taken at first before going higher again. Okay. I'm not bearish. I'm not thinking this market is going to fall for forever. It will just retrace, take some liquidity, then it will start to go higher again. I told you it will be bullish until September. most probably until October. So, Sujivan, as I don't have any other opportunity to look for the standard deviation except this area, I have to believe this line and I have to think that this line will give me some sort of reaction. So, it came here, fake breakout, fall, didn't clear any liquidity, simply go back again, take this high because all the people who are thinking this is going to be the all time high, they took the sell, they got stopped out over here. I believe this will fall a bit and take some liquidity. Maybe after that I'll be able to look for another standard deviation for the next run toward the all-time high, new all-time high. What is that green line? That green line is the -3 standard deviation here, which I came from week to week. That is the line. I told or marked that line yesterday PM session when I was doing the live streaming around the PM session, daily recap, and when I saw my mistake, what I have done over here, I told that as long as this market is not going to touch this line, it will keep going higher. There is no other way. It will keep going higher. And when it will come over here, I'm pretty much confident you will get a reaction over there. So if you go to the 1 minute chart, I believe there is a opportunity. Like here, what is this session? The London session. Actually, no, I don't have any. No, I don't have it. I mean, this inverse gap, I can't use it. It's a big inverse gap. And for more importantly, it has cleared this swing high over here from 50-minute chart. So I can't take this swing high as a liquidity making session. And tomorrow is NFP. So this is the price action. You see, like my market is sideways. As it is tomorrow's PM, I mean, NFP, the today's morning session can be disaster. So be very careful, guys, before taking any trade. All I can see this sell side liquidity over here. Some sell side liquidity around there. And I have this extreme sell side liquidity which is over here. So this sell side, three sell side liquidity will be my target. Yeah, that is all. Okay. You have any question about that? Any more question for measurement? So what do you consider to select areas for standard deviation recommended video? I don't. I have the video, but I have already dismantled all the videos. So I really don't know what is that standard deviation video. It's under like 354 videos. I can't recommend you the video, brother. Unfortunately, standard deviation is something that you have to look for from the breaker block area. You have to find out first the breaker block area. When you will find the breaker block area from 15-minute chart, then you have to look for like low first leg, high second leg, lower low third leg. The second leg, body to body, that is the most important line for me. Body to body, I prefer any sort of reversal or retracement either from -1.5 standard deviation. Actually, let me come over here. That will be easier for me. Yeah. First, you have to find out the middle leg of the breaker block. Middle leg, okay, not the manipulation leg. ICT talked about this manipulation leg. I have used this manipulation leg lot of time, like lot of time. Okay, lot of time. But sometimes I would be, I'm right. Sometimes I'm wrong. But here to here, almost every time I'm right. I can prove you that as well. Like when I was looking for this one around here, body to body, as long as it was not broken. Look at this -1.5 standard deviation. I mean, I have to just adjust it. Just a second. Let me adjust it perfectly. Okay, last body, which is here, the highest body, which is I think here. Okay, this is the highest body, high and lowest body. You have to look for that. And if you come around this area, which is -1.5 standard deviation, if it is broken, body to body, if it is broken, there is 90% possibility it will be work as a support and market will come until -2 standard deviation before some sort of retracement. If the body started to respect it, you can see when it came here, how did it go through this line? Like boom, market simply just boom, break it, didn't respect anything over there. No respect, nothing, simply nothing. It's broken, it worked as a support. It came here for the first time, broke it, worked it as a support. 2.5, broke it. Here, I'm not able to use this -2.5 body to body anymore. I have to go week to week. And for that, as -2.5 is already broken, okay? So this is already broken over here. Minus 2.5 is, what was that? Minus 2.5 is already broken over there, around here, from the body to body. Okay, around this area when it has been broken. I have to look for the maximum line until body to body, sorry, week to week, the maximum line over here. It has to touch this line over here. In the meantime, if I see the minus 2.5 standard deviation is broken and I have another opportunity to look for this breaker block opportunity, I will switch the standard deviation from there to the next possible area and I will go for the same logic, body to body, and I will see if it can respect from minus 2.5 standard deviation maximum line. Okay, it give me any kind of retracement from minus 2.5 standard deviation. If I see it's broken, like here, it has been broken around this area. Minus 3 is not important to me at all. I will simply go week, the lowest week to highest week, and I will wait as long as this market is not going to go for minus 2 standard deviation. If I see minus 2 standard deviation is broken for the chart, I will look for this minus 3 standard deviation. And like in the meantime, same thing. If I can switch it from here to the next level, I'll switch it from the next level as this is the all-time high. So how long it will keep going higher? I'll look for that things. And every single time you'll see this type of beautiful reaction. If you come here to here, body to body, minus 1.5 has been broken here, came to minus 2 standard deviation. See here, it is respecting minus 2 standard deviation, sent the market lower. As it came here, while it has broken minus 1.5 standard deviation, it was also working with this minus 1, I mean, this standard deviation over here, right? So respected this line, fall here, a fake breakout. Next time, didn't do any sort of mistake over here, perfectly respected over there, break this line, came here, go back to minus 2 standard deviation, respected it, went through this line. I mean, sorry, body to body. So this type of support, I want to see the support. I want to see it from body to body. If I go for the week to week, I don't want to see any sort of support, or like here it is supporting. I don't care about that. Okay, I really don't care about that because it's not something that happens all the time. Like here, it is supporting that. I don't look for this type of things. If I go week to week, I mean, this is something like random to me. I mean, it happened, but I don't look for them. Like here, it didn't come to the minus 2 standard deviation. But if I go with body to body, most of the time you will be able to see that whenever it will start to break minus 1 standard deviation, most of the time it will start to support them. It will start to support them as long as it's not going to go until the last standard deviation over there. Okay, so that is something for the standard deviation, brother. Tomorrow is NFP, so make sure you are not taking any trade to your funded account. You can go with your eval account. You can go with your paper account, but don't go with your funded account. Today is not, no trade is valid today. Okay, 3 minutes left before the market open. I wanna wait for 3 minutes. Let's see if we can see any comment over here. Sorry, consider I read your comment for measurement. I think I read your comment. Is today trading day? No, you can't trade today, Ahmed Cad. Hey man, how are you, Ahmed? Today is not valid to go for any kind of trade with your funded account. You can try with your challenge account, you can try with your paper account. Funded account, don't touch it. If you touch it, you will regret. I can see some buy side liquidity here, so I'm gonna keep that buy side liquidity. I have no way to mark the fair value gap prior to 9:30. As you can see, the wherever the market is right now, it is not respecting any fair value gap around nine. I mean prior to 9:30. So I am not able to mark any sort of fair value gap prior to 9:30. Apex sales expires today. So today is the last day for the 90% discount from Apex. And you can see Tamim has already written 50K account, intraday account is gonna cost $25. And end of the day drawdown is gonna cost $35 only. Okay. 25K intraday is gonna cost $20. 50K intraday is gonna cost $30, something like that. Use code T2T if any of you are interested, brother. Please don't forget to push the like button. And if any of you are new here, please subscribe to our channel. Yesterday, I did the mistake. Otherwise, I would say that, man, keep looking for the buy, keep looking for the buy. Unfortunately, I did that mistake, and you can see the perfection over here as well. Okay. And around the PM session, I have already shared this setup around the PM session to our Discord prematurely the setup around that area. Of course, I missed the beautiful setup over here because market never tap over here. Then I showed you the last parabolic entry, and then I started to look for the sell from here. Unfortunately, in that time, I didn't see what was happening. Okay, that's why I was looking for the sell. If I have seen that this is the line that market needs to be traded, I would never look for any sort of sell. I would keep looking for the buying opportunity. Even I don't need to take any trade over here. That is more than enough for being profitable over here. So 4 seconds left before the market open. This is today's opening gap. I am only bearish. I'm not bullish. If any of you are bullish, please go for it. Today, I didn't do any mistake. Okay. I have already seen what is happening over here. Yesterday, that was my mistake. But today, I'm not mistake. I'm not interested to do any mistake. Okay. So this buy side liquidity over here has been cleared by a shallow run. I want to see if it can go one more time to take that line, then trade the 50%, then fall. If it can do that. And if you see your 15-minute chart, you'll be able to see just a small body, long wick, a weight of moment to go for the trade. I have this sell side liquidity, which is my primary target, secondary target, third target, or extreme level over here. And finally, I want to see if the market can fall for this area, the 50%, this line, okay, 28,272.50. What I was looking for yesterday, I need to look for today, that line today. This is the price before the NFP. So be very careful to trade or to take a trade before NFP. Otherwise, you'll regret, man. Today is very tough day to trade because tomorrow we have the NFP. There is a high probability it's gonna be a very highly consolidation day. Okay, it can be so beautiful, but I prefer to be a very consolidation day today because tomorrow we have the NFP. Guys, please don't forget to push the like button and subscribe to our channel. We are almost to, like 12,020 subscriber. So let's make it 12,100. Look at this price, okay? To be honest, nothing to do except waiting. Just look at this. What is happening? It's just sideways. Market is doing taking buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell. Nothing is happening. Even if you watch the 15-minute chart, you'll be able to see there is simply nothing. I'm only interested to take the sell. So if there is a fall, I'll look for that sell, okay? Ah, yesterday I believed you. Man, yesterday's price was absolutely different. My understanding was different because of that standard deviation. As the market is around the all-time high. Today, I have very like I'm confident about that today that it should fall. I didn't do any mistake today. Who else joined over here? Give me some high hello, brother. Market is consolidating, so give me some high hello before we find an opportunity to go for a trade. Look at this guy. Yes. Look at this ES. It started to fall already. And this one, hey Chatur, Trader Cups. Good morning, brother. Blum, thank you, brother, for being here, man. Good morning, Chatur. Khalid, good afternoon, brother. Hey Giggle Heart. Thanks, man, for being over here. Sister, hope you're good today. I'm also bearish. Thank you, sister. At least I got someone with me. But please don't go with your funded account today. Tomorrow we have the NFP. So please don't go for the funded account today. As I told, I want to see this high to be taken one more time. and market need to trade the 50%, it has done. Now the sell is a valid sell to me if it can provide any sort of selling opportunity right now. Just let me check if it okay. No, it's not valid yet. Look at this buy side. It has built beautiful clean highs around that area. From hourly chart, I have nothing. From 15-minute chart, I have nothing. Let me check if I have something from 5-minute chart. I have some parallel gap around 5-minute chart. So let me actually mark that parallel gap over here from 5-minute chart. Because I have nothing from 15-minute chart, nothing from hourly chart. That's why I just marked this parallel gap from 15 minute, sorry, from 5-minute chart. Usually I don't use 5-minute chart. Look at the ES. It has started to fall already. And if you see the Dow is also extremely bearish already. Okay, all those markets already started to fall. And this guy, look at this. This is so unbelievable market. This Nasdaq market for now few days, few weeks actually. I should move on from Nasdaq to any other chart, but she's my love, first love. Actually, I don't wanna miss her, so I wanna trade her. I love Nasdaq market. A bit, like arrogant now these days. She'll be okay again. Same thing this morning. Yes, dropping and NQ going up. This is really so difficult, man. Hey trader, you are also bearish. That's cool, man. Hey Alex, thanks for being over here, man. I want you to enter short at 28790 area. 790 area. What do you have over there? What do you have over there, sister? Let's see if it can go over here. I mean, from the 50-minute chart, I don't see anything over there. From the hourly chart, nothing. Opening gap 50% has been traded. And I just went to 5-minute chart because I have nothing actually from 50-minute and hourly chart. That's why I marked this parallel gap from 5-minute chart. It has already built an obvious liquidity over here. Even though this high has been taken over here by a just by a tick, that's done actually the job. But still, if it can take this clear this liquidity before falling, that is the best case of scenario. Not yet. 79 fib of today's range. Okay, right now it is trading my 6 on 8 level. Golden ratio. This is also trading the 6 on 8 level. Let's see, sister, if it can reach over there. However, look at the ES, man. Just look at the ES. I'm not talking about Dow because if you see the Dow, you will start to break the NQ's head because Dow is kind of just look at this Dow. Where did it go? He's just saying, I don't give a shit, man. I'm just going to fall. And he's saying, I'll go higher. Beautiful market, right? If they're not correlated, don't go for the trade. As long as it's not going to provide you a beautiful setup. However, if any of you are bullish, please go for that buy. Today's too hot over here. Okay, that obvious liquidity has been taken. Now the fall is more logical to me. Now, if it can fall now, I really appreciate that fall right now because it didn't leave any liquidity anymore. Okay, no more liquidity has been left over here around this area. Just look at this liquidity, how beautifully it has been cleared. I can see a lot of you are bearish today, and other markets are also bearish except the NQ. NQ is just consolidating around the same level. Oh man, Dow is just breaking everything. He's just saying, "Let me fall. Just let me fall." It has traded the upper quadrant of the opening gap. So break the 50% of the opening gap. Trade the upper quadrant of the opening gap. Trade the high of this 50-minute bearish gap. Also trade the entry fair value gap from the 1 minute chart. This candle high, this candle low. There is a small gap. I just didn't mark it. It has also traded that gap over here, which is the entry gap. Last fair value gap or the breakaway gap. Entry fair value gap over here. How long do you want to go higher? Now you should fall. Please don't forget to push the like button, okay? That's a good candle. Please don't take the sell. Yet there is no setup. At least not for me. However, if any of you are bullish, you wanna take the buy, please go for it. Okay. Yesterday I did the mistake, so I was bearish at the beginning, but later I just simply say that it's now bullish when the last fair value cup or the first presented fair value cup was holding the market. Uh, my mistake. It was my mistake, by the way. But today I didn't do any mistake over here, so I'm extremely bearish today. Smoking kills, so please don't smoke at home. The price before the NFP is so beautiful. Okay, this is so beautiful price action before NFP. So be very careful. I don't have the first presented gap yet. Is there anyone who is in a trade right now? Do you live alone? Do I live alone? I think so, brother. Yeah, in my room there is no one. In my room there is no one, brother. I'm alone. According to the optimal trade entry, the 5-minute fair value gap overlaps the golden zone, but I hesitate to take it. I don't use the 5-minute chart, so I have no idea how to use the 5-minute chart. I just marked it because I don't have anything over here. Still, I have nothing. Actually, I have something. If there is a gap, I will try to take this sell. Unfortunately, there is no gap. It is highly risky actually to take the entry from this gap. If there was a gap, I would take the sell from this gap. Okay, I don't have the gap over here. I have no idea how can I enter over here. From this gap, I really don't want to take the sell from this gap, even if it come over here. Let's see if it can come over here and then fall again. If you do that, then I'll start to look for the order block entry. First, I would love to see it to come here to this 50% or maybe a bit above the 50%. Maybe it will touch this gap and then I'll start to look for the sell. Okay, unfortunately, I don't have the gap over here, so I'm not taking this trade from this level. If there was a gap, I would try to take the sell from that gap. Now I have to wait to see if it can come over here to this 50% at first. The best case of scenario, if it can make a bullish parabolic up over here, I'll be able to take the sell from that inverse gap. If it can make a bullish gap, that is the best case of scenario for me. I was just afraid to push the button from this gap because it is above the 50% of this range. Okay, so to be honest, I was bit afraid to push the button from this gap. If any of you would love to go for it, please go for it. But I would love to take the take the sell from this inverse gap. If it fall and close below this inverse gap, I'll take the sell from there. If it doesn't do that and it would love to trade this gap over here one more time, it's cool. I'll just let it trade it, then fall, come back again so that I can take the sell. Didn't work, stop me out. I'll just wait for a bit to see if it can fall one more time so that I can take a re-entry over there. The last line is this gap, which is the breakaway gap. Should not come over here. However, if it come, okay. Look at this guy, how beautiful it is falling over here. Dow is falling. ES is falling. It's going higher. What the hell is this market, man? Yeah, it is accepted. For ES, actually, don't have the opportunity. Even though it has cleared it, shift the market structure and give the opportunity. It's absolutely opposite of the other markets, like simply going higher. It's bearish market here, bearish market YM. This is just going higher. We have to wait to see if it can provide any other opportunities because all of this setup has been broken. Very hard market. Six sister. Which one is six sister, brother Julian? Whenever I enter, I lost, and after that, I trade paper money. I was green. Bad luck. Are you trading bad days like before NFP? I told that if you're trading today, make sure you are trading through paper trade or the eval trade. Don't touch your funded account today. Trading is absolutely not valid. We are just watching the market. As we are seeing the market, we are just going to try take some sort of opportunities. Just either try with the paper trade or the eval trade. Don't touch the funded account. Today, no trade is valid with the funded account. Simply no trade is valid. If you try, you will regret. That's for sure. Now, if you try with the paper trade, I don't think so there is something wrong. Or like eval. Eval is also okay. But as you can see here, like this market, how beautifully it is falling. This market, how it is falling. And this market, like absolutely shit. Have no word to say. Like the way it went here, no word to say. After clearing all the liquidity traded the high upper quadrant so beautifully, fall gave me the beautiful market structure shift, left this sell side liquidity here, sell side liquidity there, sell side liquidity here, sell side liquidity here. All of this sell side liquidity is over there. Market go back to last fair value gap over here. What will you say over here? You will say like this is bad. Of course, you can say that it is the bad, but look at other markets. They should be also bad, right? NQ6 sister, it's going to the opposite way. It will not sell off. Okay. So you think this is bullish? It can be, brother. It can be bullish. Of course, it can be bullish. I'm not watching it as a bullish market. I need to see this market to fall again. Like yesterday, yeah, I have done my mistake. I have already explained what was the mistake. That was my I mistake. I mistake. But today, it has to fall. It has to fall. It's something like at least this sell side liquidity need to be taken. I'm not taking this one. Just watching if it works over there or not. If you think this is a bullish market, take the buy, okay? Maybe this is your buying opportunity from here, so take the buy. I'm not interested to take this buy over here. I have seen that -3 standard deviation has been broken. Market has to clear some liquidity. At least from 50-minute chart, some swing low has to be taken. So I'm still bearish at least until this lows over here. So when this low will be taken, maybe it can start to go inside the range again. But as long as that sell side liquidity is not taken, I'll keep looking for the selling opportunity. However, this is not the sell valid sell. Okay, I'm just watching it for getting some more information which I can use later. Going to close the opening gap. I see what it can do. Lazy, done for the day. Maybe tomorrow. It will eventually fall. Now it is not going to fall, brother. It is eventually is going higher. But I need the fall today so that it can use the NFP tomorrow to go higher again, to make another bullish setup over there again. So I can look for another standard deviation again for the NFP all-time high. It has to fall, man. I mean, at least my understanding is telling me it has to fall, Julian. But I can be wrong again. It can be bullish market. I don't see it's a bullish market. I can say other markets are extremely bearish. So I'm more interested to see it to fall. But again, you can look for the bull run if you want. This bearish, I mean, fair value gap from ES. I'm watching it. Can it trade it and then can keep falling? Also, I have marked this weak quadrant level here, that weak quadrant level. It is respecting the 50% of this week that has cleared all the highs, trade a fair value gap. So watching the 50%, can it hold the market, send it lower, which is aligned with the 1 minute last fair value gap. However, I'm just going to remove it. Otherwise, someone will think that I'm just taking that trade. If this low has been shifted, I'll take resell over here from the 22 YT model. So if this low has been shifted, I'll try to look for the sell again from the fair value gap until this liquid, I mean, until this sell side liquid over here. All I need to see a displacement through this low with a bearish fair value gap. I mean, I'm already done for the day. Oh man, a market just started. You are done. That's cool, man. Are you done with profit or are you done with, I mean, the red, man? I'm just watching. As long as it's not coming here, I don't think so it will start to fall. So when it will come over here to this gap, I believe it will start to fall again. So I'm just letting this market to trade this gap over here. Mm. You shorted above new day opening gap. There is also new day opening gap. I didn't know that. Why did you tell me that before it happened, man? Okay. I will let this market to go higher as long as it's not going to trade this gap. So it will trade this gap. I'll start to look for the selling opportunity again. That has been done already. So I want to see this market to respect this gap and start to fall. And it will start to fall again. Maybe it will take that high one more time. That will be SMT over here. This is going to be SMT. This is the strongest sister when the market is going higher. This is the strongest sister. This is the weakest sister when the market is falling. So if this high over here, you see this high around here, this high here, I have the SMT. SMT there. I'll just adjust it. SMT over here. Okay. As it's broken, I'm going to remove that. And I want to see if it can provide another opportunity to take the sell. It has traded the 50-minute bearish gap. Wanna see the fall right now. Also, ES left the sell side liquidity over there. That is a good sign. ES also has left some sell side liquidity over there. Last gap is broken, by the way. So I don't need to keep it over here. Keep it here as well. Dow has started to fall again. ES is still bullish. NQ is bullish, obviously. Like it has started to fall again. One loss for 25 handle with 3 micro contract. I don't think so it's gonna hurt anyone by that. All I need a 22 bearish model. I can't use the inversion fair value cap over here. I'm not good at to use the inversion fair value cap at the all-time high where there is no other high above me. So I just need a 22 bearish model over here to take the sell. YM has started to fall again. I think ES has also started to fall. Just need to see if the Nasdaq can fall as well. Otherwise, if it keep going higher, I don't know what to say. All-time high, I prefer not to check for shorts. That's cool. I will wait for 22 bearish model. If there is 22 bearish model, I'll take the sell. Otherwise, I'm just not going to touch it. What is new day opening gap? If you go for the regular trading hour, new day opening gap. New day opening gap is something like, let me show you that. See this candle close, this candle open, close at 4:59, open at 6 p.m. If you mark this gap, it's a highly important gap. Never, ever, ever take the sell when the market is above this gap. Never, ever, ever, ever take the sell when the market is above this gap. I just don't use this gap anymore, but you should use it. Okay, so here, this is the new day opening gap. Previous day candle close, new day candle open. This gap is called the new day opening gap. This market is respecting from this gap over here. So to the top of this gap is respecting over here. First time it has closed and then come back, started to go higher, fall, go higher, fall, go higher. Maybe I will only go for the sell if there is a bearish model. I'm not using any other model. If there is a bearish model, I will go for that sell. It is started to fall again. This ES, YM is falling already. It is bullish. This is what it is. Has this market forgot how to take sell side liquid? Oh man. This market is working for the retail trader. So all the people who are the retail trader and trading Nasdaq market, they're getting profit every single day. So whoever is doing this, he is a retail trader for sure, and he only knows how to use the support and resistance. I'm just bullish until proven wrong, and I'm doing good. That's cool, Regis. This breaker fabric was good opportunity for long. Good if you have found that buy. I highly appreciate it, brother. I hope you got your boom, brother. I am bearish today. I am extremely bearish today. This market will fall. I believe that as at least until here, until this sell side liquidity 28,637.75. First sell I took, it didn't work. I'm waiting for the next opportunity. If I find any lower market structure shift with the fair value gap, I'll take that sell for this sell side liquidity. I am bearish, even though this market went a bit higher. This is something very unusual because other market, look at this YM, how beautifully it is falling. ES has already started to respect this gap, which I was interested to see. It has already started to respect this gap, but still it didn't show any weakness yet. But other market has already supported my idea. I just want to wait for this market to fall. I have the SMT over here with both ES and YM. This is the strongest market when the market is going higher. So it can take the buy side liquidity where other markets should fail to take the buy side liquidity, which is the all time high over here. So I have the extremely or big SMT over here around this area. And I'm happy to see that. I am waiting for a bearish model. If I find a 22 bearish model, I will go for next sell. I'm not going to chase this market after seeing all of this liquidity to open over there. And today it should fall. That's all, brother. Whoever is bullish, take the buy. I highly appreciate it. I highly appreciate that. Okay. I am bearish again until 28,637.75. At least until that line because tomorrow is NFP. So maybe it will just take this sell side liquidity and then start it to consolidate, or maybe it will fall and come until this opening gap 50%. I don't care about that. All I care if the market can fall until 28,637. If you are bullish, take the buy. Here you found the buy, go for it, man. I tried to sell for 25 handle, 3 micro contract, didn't work. I'll look for the next sell again. I'm working with my knowledge. I'll take all the sell side like it had done 2 week ago, I think. Yeah, absolutely, Angela Strela. Like it should not go higher. Like this market, the way it is going higher, it's something like tomorrow NFP. I have no word to say. I should not say this is bullshit market because tomorrow is NFP that was expected. But either way, it should not give me this bullish run over here. After watching at least other two market over here, it should not do this type of things. If you just compare this, these three are the correlated market. All of these three market are correlated. If it is bearish, now these days Dow doesn't actually have any kind of confluences on other markets, but Nasdaq and ES are almost correlated. They are correlated. So this ES has already shown me the bearishness, okay, weakness over here. This is the only thing which actually not working. And after that, okay, if I'm a ICT trader, after seeing this sell side liquidity, I can't take the buy. For example, I'm bullish. I wanna take the buy. After seeing this sell side liquidity, no, I can't take the buy when the market has done all the job over there. My opinion again. Whatever it does, if you follow your risk management, then you are okay whether you win or lose it. Yeah, that is the most important part. Absolutely, absolutely, Tamimi. As long as you are following your risk management, you are safe. Like I took this sell for 3 micro contract for 25 handle. So almost $150. That's nothing. Okay, I'm going to remove this SMT. I'll keep it over there. Okay. I'll see if it can build the SMT around that area, like here and here. Okay. Now what is happening? Why it is so volatile again? Is there any news, guys? Suddenly a lot of volatile has came. I don't know from where. I hope the news is not going to destroy my fall. Any sort of news or tweet or anything. $9.50 to 1010 macro. It's 1017, brother. Julian. Fed cutting interest rates beyond justified level with boost omen. Okay, so that was the news. 43 handle in a split second. Yeah, that's why I was thinking that why it is suddenly so volatile. I mean, I think there is something like bad. Brother, if you are bullish, take the buy. I highly appreciate it. Okay. I'm just interested to take the sell. If there is a sell, I'll go for that sell. If there is no sell, I'm not going to take any sort of sell. I don't want to gamble over here. I can't take the buy after seeing this sell side liquidity open over there, like this type of beautiful sell side liquidities. And when I know that the job is done over there, market has to fall to take a swing low, at least a swing low from 15-minute chart. So as long as that's not going to happen, I'm not interested to take the buy. Overall, I am bullish, but before the bullish run, I need the retracement. I will wait for the retracement. I will wait for the sell setup. If there is a sell, I'll go for sell again. I'm not asking any of you to follow my lead. Just go and do your own trading. Okay. I hope my point is clear. But I'm not going to take the buy, whatever PDRs you want to show me over there. It's absolutely bullshit to take the buy for me because I can't take the buy when I'm seeing this sell side liquidity and I have no reason to think about the buy while other markets are extremely bearish. I hope my point is clear. So I'm just not interested to take any sort of buy. I'm wrong. I'm cool with that. Wrong. I wanna take the sell. I would love to work with my logic, whatever I feel like you know, reasonable to me. For me, sell is reasonable. Buy is absolutely gambling to me here. But I'm wrong. So your logic is telling you it should go higher. So you're taking the buy. Your logic is right. You're right over there. My logic is wrong. I'm wrong over here. That is the wall. Okay. The same market, you will see in a way, I will see another way. So my views are telling me it should fall. Your views is telling you it should go higher. You are right over here. If the market fall now, for example, you took the buy, okay, Julian, you took the buy here, and you already got profit, right? You are right, and you got that profit. Now, I was wrong over here. Then think like that way, okay? It gave me another setup. I took that sell over here, and then market fall and take this sell side liquidity. I'm also profitable. You and me both are profitable from the same market, from different type of understanding. So that is how it works. Everyone sees the market in a different way. I just don't want to change my views about the market right now. As long as I'm doing the risk management, I don't need to worry about that. If I go for the over leverage, that is the problem. Then the problem will start to begin. I wanna show you the 50-minute chart. As I told you, I wanna see this market to reverse from this gap. See this gap from ES. Look at this candle. It simply trade the high of this gap. Body even failed to close inside this gap. Right now, it is rejecting from the constant crossment. So, can it respect this gap and fall for this sell side liquidity? Look how beautifully it has built this sell side liquidity here. This low, that low, support. Now, the market would love to work with support and want to go higher. I'm wrong over here. I'm happy with that. My understanding is telling me it has built the support here. It should take that support from this fair value gap. I'm wrong. Market is going higher. I'm I'm cool with that. I'm just not going to take the buy. That's all. I will keep waiting as long as this is not going to start to fall again. All cool, right, brother? Yes, brother, understand. Thank you, Julian, for understanding, brother. This market, you can see in a way, I can see in another way. And we both can be profitable or we both can be the loser. Okay. So, like, I'm looking for buy, for example. I'm looking for sell. Okay. So, I took the sell here. By any chance, I took the sell here and I closed the trade over there. I'm profitable. And you are looking for a buy. You took the buy here and you got stopped out over here. Then you took rebuy here and you closed your trade over there. So, you are profitable as well. So, this is the same thing. This market always go like this way, up down up down up down. So when I'm up and I got the run from the up move, I'm profitable. I'm up, this market is also bullish, but I took the entry when there was a down move. I lose that money over there. This is how this works, man. But this is highly appreciate. I mean, highly appreciate it. If I go for the buy setup over there, of course, I'll find a lot of buying opportunity. I don't need anything. I'll simply say market structure shift, fair value gap, breakaway gap. Trade the entry fair value gap, market is going higher. If I would love to go for a bull setup over here. But as I'm not interested to look for the buy as liquidity is over here, I can't take the buy over here. For me, anytime it will fall, that is my selling opportunity and I'll go for that sell. I should move to the YM actually because YM is working more beautifully rather than rather than NQ. Just look at this three candle and look at this three candle over here. Of course, this is also bearish. The ES is also bearish. Maybe I'll miss the trade, man. Come on. I would love to see this market to fall and take this line. That's all. I will not use the inversion fair value gap. If any of you are good at inversion fair value gap, you can go for it. I'm not going to use the inverse gap because I'm not good at inverse gap. So I need 22 YT model before I take the sell. I need the market structure shift. Without market structure shift, I'm not going to take any sort of trade over here because market is around the all-time high. And according to ICT, when the market is around all-time high, keep looking for buy. That is the only rules for trading the all-time high. I also have no way to look for the standard deviation. So I'm not also looking for that. This guy is perfectly respecting 1 minute last fair value gap from 15-minute bearish gap. It's perfectly respecting that area. This guy is just overzealous and going higher. Only this Nasdaq market. So I'm letting him go as long as it would love to go higher. But when it will start to fall, I hope I'll get the opportunity to take the sell. The more higher it will go, the more range I'll find to take the sell. And I never said you was wrong. No, I'm wrong here, man. Like until now, I'm wrong, right? I'm looking for bearish. I framed a sell here. I'm wrong over here. I have no problem to agree that I'm wrong or I'm right over there. But still, I'm not going to change my mind. I still wanna take the sell. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, man. There is nothing wrong. You are wrong. I am wrong. ICT is wrong. Everyone get it wrong, man. Every single person get wrong. See, there is nothing wrong, brother. Of course, we all get wrong. We all get right. As long as we are doing the risk management, we are safe, Julian. I believe so, like that way, man. So there is nothing wrong to be wrong. You can be wrong, and you have to accept that. Otherwise, how can you be a trader? How can I be a trader if I don't accept my that I'm wrong? This is my understanding, by the way. I feel like that way. Phoenix, good morning. It seems like we are forever trying to determine what direction. Isn't that the most difficult part? If we knew the direction, things would be so easy. Absolutely, brother. And we are right almost every time before the war. But now the war has changed something. Only support is working, resistance is working. So I'm thinking to move to retail trading again, where I will just mark the support and resistance, then I will take the buy and sell from the support and resistance. I'm feeling like that way, at least for the morning session. We just hit 3.25 standard deviation. Okay, you went through the 3.5. Yeah, I think you should add the 4 standard deviation as well, brother, because I don't have any other way to look for the highest standard deviation. I use inversion fair value gap only if it can be supported with fair value gap formed with displacement. I highly appreciate that. As long as there is no other high, I can't look for the inversion fair value gap to take the sell. I highly appreciate to see if it can respect from some price action. Then I love to look for the inversion gap. This is a swing low, which is valid for me to shift the market. So here, this swing low didn't work. So I wanna see this swing low if it can work as a as a market structure shift. If this low has been shifted with a fair value gap, I'll take the sell from that bearish 22 YT model. Let's take a break, okay? Take a break and let's talk about something else. How is everything going on? Like you watch a lot of people, right? Do the live streaming. I know, like, of course, they are 1,000 times better than me, but how is everything going on in every other places? Phoenix, if you are still over here, please let me know, brother. You watch a lot of people as well. So please let me know how is everyone going on. Everything is going on to other places. I like how you are taking any critic in your trading analysis. Okay, Jamie. What I good about that? No, I love King Julian. He's with me for a long time. Okay, he's not new over here. I know that guy very well. He's really a good guy. And whatever he told, it's right, right? I mean, he's looking for buy and he saw that opportunities. And I'm not talking about the buy. So of course, it seems like I'm trying to prove him wrong. It feels like that way. But that was not my intention. I just wanted to say I don't want to change my thinking process. I would love to be strict with my understanding. I'm wrong here. Until now, I'm good with that. I will keep waiting to see if it can prove me right and if it can fall. And now I tried to sell from here. It didn't work. I will try to sell from there. And maybe it will work and I'll get a bigger run. So here to here, a small run. But here to here is a long run. I'm happy with that long run, Jamie. I only watch you, brother, and ICT. I have a loyal viewers. I have a loyal friend. Thank you, Chuck. Love you, brother. No longer in CA with Jaid, now in Florida. No longer in CA with Jahid, now in Florida. I didn't understand, Blum. What did you say? Handcuff. I believe for evolves today, lol gambling sells, but my funded is in profit. Don't touch the funded account today, brother. It's a request. Tomorrow we have the NFP. Today's market should not be traded. It should not be traded. That is the main rules. Still, we are here. We are watching the market. We will do some paper trading or eval trading. Don't touch the funded account. It's a request, brother. Trading funded account is highly risky today. Look at this guy, man. Just look at this guy. It is consolidating. That means it's not going higher. It's not falling. It's just consolidating around the same level. And look at that guy. It's extremely bullish. This is called the bad market situation ever, because they should be correlated. They are just going opposite to each other. This is highly difficult to trade this market. If this low is shifted, I will take the sell with a fair value gap. If there is a fair value gap, I'll take the sell with that fair value gap if this low is shifted. Okay. It's my 22 bearish model. I'll take that sell from that 22 bearish model. I'm not asking any of you to go with me. You guys, please keep looking for buy or sell, whatever you want to do. I highly appreciate that. You still the my best streamer. I love you, King Julian. I was saying that you're with me for so long. I mean, you're not new over here, so I love the feedback from those guys. If you were new, of course, I wouldn't reply you like that way. I would reply you in a very different way, and of course, that would be so rude. But I know you are with me so long. You know me very well, so I find out your feedback. I took it as a feedback, or your thinking process. You are just sharing that, so I didn't react over there. I just try to mention that what I am thinking over here, okay, about the market, because my English is not good. So sometimes, you know somebody get confused what you were talking about, brother. Something like that. Let's talk about when are you going to, oh man, that is something I'm not good at, Jamie. I wanna pass that. I wanna pass that question. Pass, okay? Pass. Next question, please. I'm done with the funded for today. So bought my green day, and I'm only trading evals right now. That's cool. Handcuff. I highly appreciate it, brother. Just trade the eval or the paper trade. Don't touch your funded account. If you have any funded account, don't touch it. Any of you. If you have any funded account, don't trade it. It's a request. Today is not the best day to trade the funded account. Today is the worst day to trade the funded account, because tomorrow we have the NFP. I want to show you this price over here a bit. See this gap over here? Still that is respecting. Look, yeah, this time body has closed inside this gap, but still this consonant crossment is holding the market. Still, this is bearish to me toward that sell side liquidity. Just waiting for something. I don't know what it is, but it is waiting for something. I believe so before falling. Maybe Trump is going to tweet something. I don't know. If this low is shifted with a displacement and fair value gap, I'll take the sell from there. I hope the volatility 37 handle. Thanks for the penguin, man. King. Jimmy, did you get married? I know it's a very silly question. You were like I know this is a very silly question, but did you get married, man? 1021 AM fair value gap is respected. If it inversed, it should be respected in the opposite direction as well. 1021, 1020. This one? That would be awesome, man. I mean, this low is a valid swing low for me to shift the market. And if it shift this market here and make a fair value gap over there, I'll get 22 bearish model as well as this inverse gap as well. So yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. We'll see. It's taking too long actually to shift the market. Yes, I'm happily married man, and yes, she's the boss. I know, I know. Always she's the boss. Always she's the boss. Everyone will say like that way. She's the boss. She's the home queen. I wish the best for you, brother. I wish I could get married as well. I mean, someone loved me, and I could marry her. I wish nobody loves me, man. It's taking too long to shift the market. Should I believe it? I like the immediate market structure shift, like very immediate market structure shift, not like this type of consolidation, then market structure shift. It doesn't look a good setup to me, even if it shift it right now. This is a very small CV at 1020. Okay, you trust it. Hi T2, you need to flip the NQ chart to sync with ES and YM. How? What did you say, Sharada? I have to flip the NQ chart to sync with ES and YM. I'm just watching the market. I think flipping. Can I use the inverse parallel gap plus order block? Target 28817. 28817. Uh, Jamie, as I told you, I'm not good at the inversion parallel gap, first of all. I'm not good at that, okay, unfortunately. The secondly, I was watching this low to shift here, okay? Shift here. Unfortunately, it taking too long. Now, I'm really confused. Even if it shift this low, with a bearish parabolic gap, should I use that or not? Okay, I'm really so confused right now because it's taking too long. I don't like this type of time distortion when I'm waiting for a model. The model should be created immediately. The entry should be very immediately. So when it is taking too much time, I have no word to say. Okay, this morning session is everyday's shit. The PM session is much more easier to trade. I can't talk about that, Jamie. Unfortunately, brother. I'm gonna skip that as well. Thank you. You're most welcome, Jamie. I mean, if it was not like consolidating like this way, I would say, okay, that is the time to fall. At least fall for here, this gap over here, until that gap. So from here to until this gap. And it's not a big run, I guess. Let me see. From here to until this gap, it's kind of 41 handle. So I could look for this gap as a target, at least the partial, if it would be immediately shifted the market. But as it didn't do that immediately, I'm confused, okay? Should I use this one or not? In my opinion, I should not use that on. It's a pure consolidation. So consolidation, then fall means inducement. Market has taken that low. to go higher again. So that is something very tough decision for me to take. I'm waiting for the London close actually. And Suzyvan told that around London close, there could be some kind of reversal. So last macro, which is 10:50 to 11:10 macro, if it can fall around that time, I'll look for that. Yes, is going to break this gap, I believe. So like after 5 minutes, it's going to be broken. I mean, if it is broken, that means it is not going to respect this one. And maybe market will go for this buy side liquidity over here. We'll see that. Not going to take any short of buy. If it never fall, I will stop with this one loss around here. I think NQ is going to make another all time high. NQ is around the all time high, right? Yeah, it is already all time high. Oh, okay. So you are talking about that high. My mistake. Sorry. So you are thinking about that high. So it has built another all time high. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's cool. Brother, I can chase the market. I don't want to chase the market. Okay. That is a very bad habit. So if my bias was bullish, maybe I could take some buy over here. As my bias is not bullish, I'm bearish. I don't wanna I wanna chase this market. I don't wanna gamble over here. I'm just going to hold myself, waiting for the setup. If there is a setup, we'll go for that trade. If there is no setup, not going to touch this market. Simple. You can take the buy, you can take the sell, you can do the gamble, you can if your bias is bullish, of course you'll be safe to take the buy. I'm not interested to take the buy. Yeah, I know that for last few weeks it's working for the retail trader. It will be changed again. Today or tomorrow, it will be changed. And when it will be changed, this habit I won't be able to change because I'm a human being. So I wanna keep seeing the market the way I love to see this market. But there is a two tick CB at 10:29 a.m. on NQ. If you mark it, you will see how it inversed and then went to new all-time high. This type of gap, you can, uh, it's a very small gap. Yeah, brother. How did you see that, man? How old are you, brother? Am I getting older? Because I even didn't see it like by my own eyes. I never saw the bearish gap over here. I was looking for a bearish gap over there, but I never noticed there is a bearish gap. How did you see that? Oh man. Can you all push for a second and hit the like button? Appreciate it. Thank you so much, brother. Is there anyone who didn't push the like button? Please push the like button. Subscribe to our channel if you are new. And now these days the market is bit rush, bit bad. But It will be okay again and we'll do well again. What's your take on CFDs? I've only trade them, never tried futures. CFD market, why do you trade that CFD market? Please let me know that at first. Why do you trade that CFD market? I mean, what is the difference the futures market and CFD market? What do you think about that? Please let me know that at first because I need to know about your thinking process at first. Then I'll try to explain my understanding. Brother, I'm turning 9 this year. So I have a big screen. Okay. I didn't notice this gap, brother, to be honest. I thought that I'm getting older. I'm 34. But you are older than me. I was just kidding, man. Obviously you're a younger man. Hey RP. Boom penguin boom. How are you, RP? Safety perform have much better rules, but it's more expensive. Can you explain a bit, Regius? Can you please explain a bit, brother, for me? All good, bro. How are you? How is Amma and the little niece doing? They're all good, brother. Thanks for asking. And I really love to see your comment, brother. Boom, penguin, boom. Everything is good except trading. Think I have to move on. I have to move to retail trading again. I mean, all the support resistance, breakout traders, they're getting profit every day. So I'm feeling jealous. I trade NAST 100, SPF 500, and US 30, not the actual NQES. Do you think I should switch to futures? Just stick to them. Yeah, brother, I was just asking James, why do you trade them? And what do you think that, what is the difference in between CFD and the futures market? In your understanding, what is the difference? Why, why do you think that CFD is good? Why is that, brother? Can you please tell me that? I just need to know your understanding about the CFD and the NQ market. Thank you, Tabimi. Just took the M1 equal highs, the market will fall now. Don't you? Welcome back, brother. I was waiting for you, man. That's why this market was not falling. I needed you, man. Thanks for being over here, don't you? I was really waiting for you, man. I was thinking, where is my brother? Now you will see the fall, okay? Don't you is here. Don't you? Don't you? Start taking buy, man. Okay, when you will start to take the buy, tell me. I will start to take the sell because whatever you will take, the market will go to the opposite way. I'm just kidding, man. Future is the official standards of contract and exchange. Tamim said this private deal with your broker and copies the price. Brother, for standard deviation, body to body 1.5, 2.5, week to week, 1, 2, and 3. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. 28, 9 to 7. 28, 9 to 7. Where is that? Ah, man, Danji is here, okay? So I don't afraid of anything. If you are in a buy, close it, Phoenix, 9 to 7. Just close it, man. Danji is here, and I believe that he is taking buy. So market will start to fall. I'm just kidding, man. Moving lower, careful about selling NQ. Thanks, brother. You're most welcome, Ravi. Dow is starting to move higher now. Guys, be very careful, okay? Donji, are you still over here, man? 917.25 reaction was lovely. 917.25. 917.25. Why that level is important, brother? RP? Did you mark any standard deviation? I didn't find any standard deviation, by the way. I marked middle leg from 1 minute chart. Oh, okay. It's from 1 minute chart. Around the all-time high, I prefer to go for daily chart. If I don't find the daily chart, then maximum I can go lower to 15-minute chart. Without 15-minute chart, I don't believe in that. I mean, I don't like that to mark around the all-time high. Because you need a high time frame confirmation. And for me, all-time high, the high time frame should be the daily chart. If there is no daily chart, then maximum I'll go for the 50-minute chart, not no less than 50-minute chart. Didn't work. I saw the market structure shift. The setup was good to me. I took the sell over here. It didn't work. If it doesn't go above this high, I think it will go above that high. If it wouldn't go above that high, I would take re-entry over here. But as it went over there, I don't think so. It's valid over here. However, there was another 22 YT model. I took that sell from that 22 YT model with 28 handles stop loss for 3 micro contract. Both of sell didn't work. So market is going higher and the setup didn't work. I will have to accept that things over here. Also, this was the last macro, London reversal macro. Was good time to fall. At least some sort of retracement. Didn't work. Two loss, just done. Not going to take any sell over here anymore. Agree. This was to see how the dances with it. Let's see, brother. This was just for intraday. Okay. You didn't find anything from higher time frame, so you went for the lower time frame. Lower time frame is not, like believable. At least not around the all time high. My fault. I entered short. I thought you were taking buy, brother. Feels like we are waiting to 1 years to take all time high. Maybe it will go over there. I saw this 22 IT model here. Market structure shift was a valid market structure shift to me. It was a very immediate reaction. So I took the sell at least until to this 50-minute bullish fair value gap. It didn't do that. Instead of that, went higher. So I took the sell from the model. It didn't work. I got stopped out, man. I have to accept that. 28 handle for 3 micro contract, acceptable. 29 to 7 taken. Now we can look for short. At least send the market lower, Phoenix. Please, man. You guys are not letting the market fall. Ahead and in your stream, sometimes when are giving analysis, saying important thing and ad starts. SCP. Ad is disturbing you a lot. This market is ridiculous. Maybe can look for sell once yes, take all time high again. It's close. Let's see. We'll be here until. But PM session gonna be beautiful. Even though the AM session is bad. I'll share the setup okay around the PM session. It will work. Like last few days, it is working around the PM session so beautifully. Even though it's not working around the AM session. The cell setup was beautiful. Yeah, but it was like so beautiful setup to me. Okay, at least it was good to me. The market structure shift was so perfect. The 22 YT model was so perfect. There was nothing wrong over here. So it was like something good to me. So I took that sell from here. First, I saw this 22 YT model. I tried to take the sell. Didn't take the sell from this gap. Instead of that, take the sell from the inverse gap. Didn't work. And then went for this 22 IT model. It was also looking so good to me. Took that sell as well. Didn't work. But this is what it is. 3.5 standard deviation is at 28,951. 28,951. Simply no manipulation, man. Come on. Disgusting. How the retail trader are getting profit here again and again, and every single people are accepting that. No manipulation at all in this market. Let's see. Yes is going to take the all time high. If it can take the all time high, and then if it can fall. I'm not taking this buy, okay, guys. Please don't think that I'm taking this buy. I'm just watching. Can it work from this breaker block? Not a good breaker block, to be honest. Okay, either way, it has broken this low of this breaker block. So, and trade this inverse gap over here. That inverse gap has been traded. So just let me put it over here. Just want to see if it works over there or not. Not taking this buy. No buy is valid. I will not take any short of buy. I'm just watching if that broker block work or not. Okay. This buy is not valid. I'm not taking this buy. This is not a valid buy to me. I'm only interested to take the sell. Here, there is no selling opportunity to me, at least not here. There is no model to me. So there is no opportunity for me to take the sell. I'm just watching the breaker block. If it can hold the market and set it higher for that minus 3.5 standard deviation, as Suzevan has mentioned over there. At the same time, ES didn't clear that all-time high yet. So yeah, let's see if it can clear that all-time high as well. I'll just watch it. Okay, I don't want to keep it over here. Time to foil. I entered long. You entered long, man. Yeah, now it is falling. I'm pretty much confident it's going to fall now. There is something strange about my account. I opened a buy only trade and then I closed MetaTrader and watched a video. I reopened it and found there three closed trades. One buy was a loss, and two sell positions lost two. This is crazy. MetaTrader, brother, it's been long. I don't trade the MetaTrader, to be honest. So no word to say about that. This is falling. I have no way to enter over here. Okay, this is the problem. I don't see any model over here. I'm interested to take the sell, but I don't see any model over here. No model around that area to take the sell. Now, if it fall from there, this is difficult because there is no model. How can I take the sell? There is no selling opportunity for me. At least not yet over here. Danji, if you took the buy, I hope it will work, brother. And this is my funded account. Why did you trade funded account today, brother? Today is is the day before NFP. You should not go for the funded trade account today. It is forbidden, man, to trade the funded trade today. It's forbidden. Absolutely, you should not go for that. So frustrating, right? There is no model. I was not able to enter here, and now This is the 50-minute bullish fair value gap. Even though it is respecting, I want to see it to come to this gap, which is also a 50-minute bullish fair value gap. Okay. At least until to the top of this gap market, I want to see it to fall over here. Reclaimed gap, body can close above the constant crossment because it interested to trade this up close candle. So it can go and close above the 50% as well. If it doesn't happen, that is the best case of scenario. But even if it would love to do, it can go higher to trade this candle over here before falling. Another 22 YT model after the market structure shift, entry fair value gap. These two gap, I will have to use it as a, when this gap I can't use it because this is above the liquidity. You see above this high or aligned with this side. So this gap doesn't have any value. Market should not come to this gap. This is the breakaway gap. But still I put my stop loss just one tick above this gap over here. This is an intermediate term high. If this high has been shifted now, there is a high probability market will go for this high again. Okay. So I don't want to see this high to be shifted, like shifted with a bullish fair value gap. I don't want to see that. At the same time, this last gap, which is right now holding the market inside the 50-minute bullish gap, wanna see from 1 minute chart a candle to close below this gap, below this black line. The maximum run toward the upper side should be until the 50% of this candle, which is the main threshold of that order block. I put my stop loss above this gap at the beginning because I didn't know how far it will trade this reclaimed gap. Is it really interested to breach this candle and trade this gap on time and then fall? Or does it really would love to trade this reclaimed gap and then started to fall? When I have seen it has reclaimed this gap or traded the lower portion of this gap, which is also the balanced price range, and then build this order block from the 22 YT model fair value gap, highest up close body close candle. Low is below this fair value gap over here. The low is below this fair value gap. I moved my stop loss lower from here to here because I'm going to believe 1 PDRA, 2 PDRA, 3 PDRA. 3 PDRA is gone. Next is your ass. You know that. So this is the first candle of a new 15-minute candle. First market will go a bit higher, absolutely acceptable. Then it should start to fall. Like the expansion should go toward the sell side liquidity. All I need to see some sort of liquidity to be taken from my lower time frame. That's not, yeah, I can say that this is the some liquidity that has been taken. Yeah, not convincing. Okay, at least this low that taken, convinced. This is the origin, I mean, sorry, intermediate term high, okay? This high shifted, it's very dangerous if this high is going to be shifted. I need to say one more thing actually. Yeah, this is also the 50% here. So my stop loss is not even near to the 50% area of this leg. So does it want to go to the equilibrium? I think I'll be safe. Let's see. I need a bearish gap actually now. Just one bearish gap. That market will fail to trade that bearish gap. That's all I need. If I find that, I'll be able to move my stop loss near to my break even. Not exactly to the break even, but very near to my break even. If I find a bearish gap and that's not going to be traded within 5 to 6 candle, something like that. The good thing is there is no bullish fair value gap. That is the most beautiful thing so far over here. All I need a bearish gap that's not going to be traded by next 3 to 4 5 candle. I don't know that it will make this gap or not. If it build this gap, I would love to see this gap to be unfilled. I just don't know it will make this gap or not. Okay. So as a price action, as it will going, I'll remove it or I'll keep it depending on the price. If it leave this open, like by the next few candles before taking this low, I'll put my stop loss to the break even. As long as it will take this low, I'll put my stop loss to the break even after leaving this gap open. If it build this gap at first, I just don't know it will make it or not. But I'm thinking maybe it will make this gap over there. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So there is a gap, a very small gap, but it's okay. I want to see this gap to be unfilled. Some portion of this gap has to be unfilled. Okay. So this gap is not unfilled gap. Still, I need this gap before moving my stop loss. That's just a bearish gap. Yet I didn't find any opportunity to move my stop loss to the break even or to think about moving my stop loss. I still have to take that risk around that area as long as I'm not going to find a gap that's going to be unfilled. The problem, when we took a trade and we get stopped out by 28 handle, we see that as a loss. But when we are in a trade and that is working toward our direction and we got like 30 handles, 40 handle, we still not ready to take the partial. That's the difficult thing to in trading. Okay, so here 28 handle I took the risk here, and like it has already provided me 30 handle, something like that, right? Still I'm not ready to take any sort of partial. That is the most uh, bad thing in trading. I'll see if it can make a gap here. Again, I don't know it will make this gap or not. If it make this gap and leave this gap open, I'm allowed to put my stop loss to the break even. First, it has to build this gap, then it has to leave this gap open. That is the consequences of the market. It has to do that. I'm just watching if it can make that gap. I'll adjust it according to the price. So, for example, right now it's here. If it doesn't build it, I don't need to mark it. So I have to wait for that gap. Last gap is holding the market. I believe that it will be broken, I guess. It has built the sell side liquidity here. This relatively equal lows can go a bit higher to trade this area one more time before falling, because people will start think that this is a buying support. Again, if the support is not going to act over here again, the way it is working, like the support is working so beautifully, the resistance is working so beautifully. Uh, if the market maker is moving the market, he's watching this support and everyone is going to enter over here because market is going higher, then the market will fall again. Maybe after clearing this high, which is a liquidity. This high should not be taken. Okay. This high is something like very important high. It's a intermediate term high that should not be taken. It can be taken this high over here, which is a liquidity run. We'll see. Any kind of bullish gap is very dangerous. Any sort of bullish gap is highly dangerous over here. I'm happy to see that it didn't build that bullish fair value gap over there. It is retesting this gap over here, which was the last fair value gap previously has been respected. One candle that has breached it, so working it as a beautiful water block and coming here, respecting this line or this gap. Happy to see that as well. Struggling in between these two gap, these two black line and this gap over here. It's just struggling. I want to see this line, this gap to be broken. That gap, okay? Just one candle to close. If it do that, I don't need to worry about my stop loss anymore because I know that it is not going to be, heated. But if it failed to close below this gap, instead of that closed above this gap, tough moment. My eyes are paining. Are you writing something to me? Phoenix, if we make fair value gap plus here, I will long again. Man, I'm in a sell. Why you're talking about a long, man? Loss mitigated plus 78. I'm good now. B trades don't go for any other trade, brother. Week to week, three from that 1 minute intraday standard deviation leg reaction perfectly from 945. So you got week to week three. Awesome, Ravi. But again, I'll be strict with the same thing. 1 minute is not enough for me. But as it is respecting, I'm happy to know that. Maybe I will start to study that again. Was looking to enter on the 1054 inverse gap, but no return. 1054 inverse gap. here, that would be awesome if it could reach over there. Okay, now I don't see any logic to put my stop loss over here anymore. Okay, there is no logic to put my stop loss over there. So I'll put my stop loss over to the break even right now, because you have seen this, all the liquidity has been taken here. Body has closed below this last gap. Also, this 15-minute gap, yeah, it's not broken yet, but after 3 minutes, this 15-minute candle is going to close. So I hope it is going to close below this 15-minute bullish gap. I hope so. Okay, if it doesn't, whatever it is. But as this market has fallen, cleared a lot of liquidity, in my opinion, there is no way to hold this trade, I mean, to hold this stop loss over here anymore. So I prefer to put my stop loss to the break even, and I'll see if it can keep falling. If it do that, then I'll think about a partial to the top of this gap, to the exactly to the top of this gap, until here. Okay, until here. Now I want to see this gap to work as a resistance. See this gap. I want to see this gap to work as a resistance and market to keep falling. I need a bearish gap, yet I didn't find that bearish gap. So I'm not so confident. Okay. I need a bearish gap that will give me the confidence that market is falling for a long time for all of this sell side liquidity. I'll be able to hold my trade for all of this sell side liquidity. If I find a bearish gap, and I want to see that bearish gap to be unfilled, just I need that. It's more than enough for me to think that this market is falling for this sell side liquidity right now. So the up run is done. Previously, I took two trade, and one was 25 handle loss, one was I think 28 handle loss. So 25 handle, 28 handle, overall it will be like, how much it will be? 25, 28, I think 53 handle, something like that. If I close my trade here, okay, around this area, 66 handle, I think I'll be in profit. However, let's see if it can come over here or not. I just want to see this gap to work as a resistance now, these two black line to work as a resistance and market to keep falling. This is the last PDRA for falling. If this market really would love to go higher one more time, this should be the last PDRA. So I would love to take the partial over here to this PDRA, to the top of this PDRA. If this market is bullish, then this is the last PDRA for falling. And I want to make sure that I have taken a partial over here. This is the most logical level to me. It will stop me out. I'm happy with that. I have nothing to do. This is a new 15-minute candle that has opened right now. So the first candle can go a bit higher for the manipulation, market open, manipulation, expansion, reset, something like that. I hope I'll survive over here. If I don't, I'll get stopped out to the break even. So far, it has fallen like 57 handle. I don't like any sort of bullish fair value gap over here. Any kind of bullish fair value gap, not a good sign. Got stopped out to the break even. Moved for 57 handle and then stopped me out to the break even. I wanted to see this line to be traded, this gap to be traded. It didn't trade. And in my opinion, when this liquidity has been cleared, there is no way to keep my stop loss over here. Maybe it will work. I don't care. But as I told you, like it's absolutely no logic for me to keep the stop loss over here or maybe much more lower. So I put my stop loss to the break even and it just didn't hit my partial level. Instead of that, it stopped me out over there to the break even. Even if I uh okay, no problem. See you next day, man. I'll see you next time. Any short bullish gap is good. Are you going to add cons at any profit? Cons? What do you mean by cons, brother? All the way down or nothing? All the way down or nothing? Absolutely something like that. Okay, to be honest, but yeah, the way it worked, I don't like it. You were so disciplined. I'm so impressed. I can never be that patient. Unfortunately, I had to go for this, brother. You read my comment after 5 minutes, so it didn't make sense. No worries, brother. I was just watching the market, brother. So the way it was working, I was not liking it. All I needed a bearish gap with unfilled. Okay, it should be unfilled. If I saw that, I would be so much confident to add more without moving my stop loss to the break even. But as you can see, it never built a gap that is unfilled, bearish gap. I was not happy to hold this trade. So I moved my stop loss to the break even and I just let this market to see if it can come over here. All I can see it came until 57 handle and then inversed again. Okay. Go, go, go. I think it's because while pump in the end is going down. Maybe, brother. This is what it is, okay? First trade didn't work, second trade didn't work, third trade also didn't work for a bit, like for just 9 handle. Just for 9 handle, I didn't get my partial. Bad luck. I will see you this market, okay? I will see this market. I'm keeping all of these things in my mind. And I'm just saying I will be back again with it strongly. September, October. I'll take the revenge. Now the market is hurting me. I will hurt the market in September and October. Or September, October. It happened to me so many times. I'm in a green trade, then I let it come back to my entry and get to 0 0. It's so disappointing. Absolutely, brother. For me, like I could go for 1:1 partial or all of these things. Okay, that's the thing. But I wanted to take the partial to the most logical level, which was over here, this gap. So it should hit this gap. Then the reversal was accepted. Okay, in that type of scenario, I would tried to trail my stop loss much more lower. It didn't do that, so it stopped me out to the break even. I think it's cool. I mean, this happened, right? $1,450 loss today. I will surely blow it before PM. Just don't go for this lunch hour, brother. PM session, you will get the winning trade, brother. If you are with me in our Discord, right? I'll share the setup around the PM session. It is going to work. Almost every day, PM session is much more beautiful rather than the AM session. So PM session from 12:50 to 3:15 in this time frame, you will find a beautiful setup, brother. Just don't blow it until then. But any trade where you don't lose money is a good trade, even if you make $0. I agree with you, Phoenix. But yeah, as I was saying, man, it was important for me to go until this gap that was logical to me. Even though it has provided 60 57 handle, I don't care, man. I have to see this market to hit my target. Now you'll say, like with my funded account also, I did it. I didn't take the partial. Let the market hit my stop loss or break even, whatever it done. But I can't take the partial. That's why I keep saying, don't do what I do. Instead of that, do what I'm telling you to do. If you are in a trade, take the partial around 1:1. So here your stop loss was around that area, right? So 42 handle. Whenever this market came to this 42 handle, you have to take the partial over there. You have to put your stop loss to the break even after coming to this 42 handle. 1:1 partial, put your stop loss to the break even. You will be profit. You will be in profit. Yeah, add more. I don't have any problem with that. Add more, but don't Don't let your profit to go by missing that 1 is to 1 partial. If I choose my laptop, the market will move beautifully. If I close my laptop, the market will move beautifully. No, don't think like that. I mean, now these days, everyone is struggling. I am struggling with this market. I'm struggling too much. Lot of people are struggling. Lot of people. I'm watching a lot of people's live. Okay, after my live is done, I keep watching them how they're doing, and I'm seeing the same thing. Okay, they're just like I'm taking 28 handle loss, 20 handle loss, 25 handle loss. They're taking 57 handle loss, 75 handle loss. Even some guy 120 handle loss. Okay, they're very famous. Okay, I don't want to talk about the name. Like Everest people are taking the loss for 60 handle, 70 handle. So their one loss is equal my three loss. If I take three consecutive loss, it's gonna be the same with their one loss. But they're taking one, two losses over there. And when they're taking the profit, they're just entering over here. Their is partial is over there, like no honest one, no nothing. Just whenever they feel like this is falling, they take the partial over there and put the stop loss break even, and then they are writing win on the chart. Okay. So I'm not like trying to backbite over here. I'm just saying this market is a tough market, man. You have to agree that you have to be good with that. And if you want to survive here, there is one way. Don't do over leverage. Go with the lowest possible. Every single time I was adding three micro contract. This is the one time where I went with the four micro contract. I wanted to add more, but unfortunately, market never gave me the opportunity because that was the only way or only time I was so much confident this market will fall. Of course, until that line, as it didn't hit it, so this is what it is. Otherwise, if it worked like the way I was expecting, I would add more and I would start to take the partial. Like if you remember yesterday when I took two losses and then I took more entries, I added more over there when it was started to work toward my direction. So this is the only way you will be able to survive over here if you don't do over leverage. If you do over leverage, that's you will just keep blowing the account, man. This is tough market. You have to accept that, man. Took paper trade and like always in paper trading, trade green. Uchuk, tough market, man. Accept it. Slowly but definitely, it's gonna be beautiful again. You will get the consistent payout again. Tough market, accept it, let it go. Don't blow the account. Just keep going, slowing. Okay, keep going slowly, slowly, slowly. 3 microcontroller, 2 microcontroller, 1 microcontroller, 4 microcontroller, something like that. Just go slowly, slowly, slowly. The market will be good again. Trust me, brother. It's because of the war. The situation is not good. It will be good again. And we will make a lot of profit over there again. We will, blast all the buyers or supporters and resistance people. We will blow that. Just give the market a bit time until September or October. So another 3 to 4 months. This 3 to 4 months, it is going to be so tough to trade. This market will keep going higher, keep going higher, keep going higher. It didn't finish its job yet. Look at this market. If you think that it is something that is good, okay, we are getting sometimes profit, we are getting sometimes loss. Still, we are calling this like, oh man, we are seeing the algorithmic price action. Man, this is not that. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it is not a good market. It's not a good market. You have to watch the good market from the daily chart. See here, it is not a good market. This is not a good market. This small price action over here, it's not a good market. Where is the good market? This is a good market. This is a good market. Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 days is bit, messy, but after that, so beautiful. Lot of days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 days good. Then again, continuously good, good price action, good price action, sideways here. Some days are not good. Again, good price action, not good, started to be a good price action. How long? Until this area. But again, there was no retracement. So some days was really so tough to trade. It is not a good market. This is a bubble. It's a clear bubble. This bubble is going to be burst. I promise you, brother, you will be able to just close your eyes, take the sell and be profitable. You will do like that way. But now let it go. Okay, let it go. We don't know how far the market will go. Even if this market didn't leave any opportunity to find out the extreme high, how long it is going to go higher. It even didn't leave that opportunity. Nobody can predict how long this market will go higher. Nobody. But I believe it will keep going higher until September. Maximum line or the end line is October. So from October, you will start to see market will start to dance again. After the dance, from November, boom, there will be one fall. Like every day will come, you will see boom, 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 market is here around this area. This is going to happen. Just wait and see. Some people are making money from here because they are losing money from other place. They're making money from this market and they know that nobody is going to punish them. Nobody in this world can punish them. So they are using their power to manipulate this market, to manual intervention to this market. And they only know how to trade support and resistance. I promise you, brother, they only know how to trade support and resistance. I can prove it to you. Watch from the beginning. Where the run started. I'm just going to show this to you. Like from here, the run started. I'm going to show you that, okay? So market fall, one time manipulation, the last manipulation happened here. The algorithmic price action done. Market went higher. Support. See support? Actually, let me mark it in a different way. They only know how to trade support and resistance. Support. Is there any manipulation? That means some low has been taken. No, nothing, 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 nothing. And the market keep going higher, keep going higher. Come here, right? It came here around that area. And didn't came exactly over here. I believe that if I go to the hourly chart, I'll find something over there. Just let me go over here. Okay, it didn't actually go until that area. Instead of that fall, let me go to the 50-minute chart one more time. And okay, there is some wind sound I can hear. So I think anytime this market will start, I mean sorry, I will lose my electricity. Anytime I'll be out of the electricity. Okay, support, support, support. Anytime I'll lose the electricity, guys, because I think there is a storm started.